your dynamic TRX Golf Warm Up. Why do we need to do a dynamic warm up before our game of golf? Well, it's because your golf swing is a very dynamic movement, and studies have shown that by doing a dynamic warm up over a stretching warm up, your body will be better prepared to hit that ball straight down the middle of the fairway. So join me for this 15-minute real-time golf warm-up. Use it as a standalone exercise routine, but really get yourself and get your mind into getting ready for either your range time before your game or your actual game. So we're going to warm up everything very specific to the movements your body goes through in the golf swing. So set your TRX at mid-length and face away from your anchor point. The first thing that we're going to warm up is our calf muscles, and while we'll do that, we'll also engage our core. So put the TRX underneath your armpits, lean into your TRX and find a really good, strong, athletic stance. So think about shoulders down, tucking your elbows in, and you're squeezing that little, well, squeeze your TRX under your armpits. Look up, so nice long spine. Let's do a little core engagement, a little glute squeeze, and quadriceps. All right, so there's my plank. Took me a while to get into it, but I'm planking, and I'm going to do some calf raises. So I'm pressing my heels down, coming up on my toes. Heels down and up. So I'm really thinking about that long, tall body as I press through my feet. Now, the Chinese say we dive from our feet up, but in golf we're going to warm up from our feet up. And your foot position and your connection with the ground obviously is important during golf. So get those arches warmed up and your calf muscles. All right, two more. Two, last one, and relax. Okay, take your handles out and put them, so straight arms right in front of you. Extend those arms out about shoulder height. Come up onto your toesies again, and then fall out. So little movements, just saying to your core, all right, you're going to be working today in that swing. Let's get you engaged. Let's start thinking about turning on that chain of muscles that you use when you swing or when your body swings. So we're actually just falling forward. This is called the fallout, but you're going to feel it in your core. You don't need to go all the way up here, guys. Whoa, that's the point of no return. We're just turning on some muscles here. And we're extending our arms. That's also a good thing. So big extension through our arms. Let's do two more. Two and one. Right, next exercise, you're warming up your shoulders. So I'm going to show you some arm circles. My palms are facing forward, or they're facing away from my anchor point, but they're facing forward. I'm just going to take a little step into my right foot and kind of load my left toe. So up on my heel again, and 5 shoulder or arm circles with my right arm. Then I'm going to press into my TRX, step forward with my left foot, look up, shoulders are down, and I'm shoulder arm circles with my left arm. Now what's going on here is I've got some shoulder mobility, I've got some hip flexor movement going on, and I'm going to stop talking and tell you what we're doing next. Okay, rotate your hands. So your palms are facing each other and your fists are facing out. Look up and repeat those arm circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And we're going to change sides again. So pressing into your left foot, my right foot is back, and I'm also squeezing my right glute. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I'm doing a little bum squeeze there. And arm circles with my left hand. So obviously you're going to go to a place where you feel it. Everyone has different shoulder mobility. All right, we're back to our starting position. Now we're going to a really awkward hand position where our palms are facing out. Stepping forward again with my right foot and arm circle. So I'm actually doing an external, internal rotation of my shoulder. And that's exactly what happens in your golf swing. Oh, you will be so ready for a game after this. Or ready for a nap. Depends what the temperature is right now. It's kind of warm in here. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. All right, next shoulders. I'm going to step forward with my right foot. And I'm going to put my hands back together. And I'm going to press the handles together. And then I'm going to bring my arms out to the side. So I'm going to feel a very intense stretch through my left deltoid here. And come up, changing to the left side, and bring my arms to the left. Couple of deep breaths there. All right, I'm going to put my feet together and just stretch or move side to side. Remember, this is dynamic. So we're moving through some sort of activity that is similar to our golf swing. All right, moving on, guys. Let's start with another lunge, or let's do some more lunges. Ooh, lots of lunges today. All right, we're stepping forward with our right foot. We are doing an arm circle to the right. I'm actually looking to the right. Coming up, pressing into our TRX, stepping to the left. Rotating to the left, pressing back, let's keep going, right side. So right now I'm starting to move and actually disassociating my upper torso, or my torso, from my legs. So I'm trying to keep my hips forward and I'm rotating through my spine, my shoulders and my lower back. Ooh, this feels good. All right, we're going to do one more and then move on. All right, nice job so far. I know you're standing, you're keeping up with me. All right, big muscles in golf are your glute muscles. Glutes are king. And let's get them fired up. We're just doing some nice squats, but what I want you to focus on is as you come up, you squeeze your bum. Squeeze it as hard as you can. Imagine you got a lottery ticket there. Don't let someone come and steal it. So just get those glutes squeezed on, turned on. You'll notice when you squeeze, everything tightens. All right, that's where your power comes from in your swing. And it's also important to turn them on, because if you're not using them, I bet you're using something you shouldn't be, which might be your lower back. So work on those glute muscles. Get them ready for your game. All right, another way that we're going to warm up is doing an overhead squat. So you're facing your anchor point. Your hands or your wrists are in the foot cradles. You've got your arms straight up over your head, shoulders down. My feet shoulder width apart, looking up at my anchor point. From there, I'm really leaning into my straps. And I'm going to sit down and squeeze up. So it looks like a squat. It is a squat, but your shoulders suddenly have to really wake up. Boy, mine are turned on. all that posterior chain. So all of your back muscles are now having to work as you sit back and squeeze up. So I'm going to do 3 more. 3, 2, last one, and relax. Okay, we're about halfway through your warm up, and we are going to a hip hinge. So how about we open out those legs, get those hamstrings turned on. It's another one of those things we need to be able to use them in our golf swing in the right order so that we take pressure off our knees and our lower backs. All right, open your feet out wide. Toes are facing forward. Arms are extended out in front of you and your hands are pressing into those hand cradles. All right, from there, we are going to push our hips back and press our arms forward. Good morning, hamstrings. And come up. All right, let's get those things warmed up. I know women and men play golf, but men, your hamstrings, I should say gentlemen, your hamstrings are usually so much tighter than ladies, and it is really important you get those loosened up, warmed up before your game. All right, I am pressing into my handles because when I do that, my core suddenly turns on. I'm also getting some shoulder mobility. So even though we're thinking hamstrings, with the TRX, we're getting bang for our buck. All right, 2 more. Press and up. Last one. Press and up. Okay, moving on, keeping our feet nice and wide apart. All right, looking up at our anchor point, we are going to sit into our right knee. So pushing my hips back and coming up, and then sitting into my left side or left knee. The thing you want to make sure is your hip doesn't go outside of your foot, and you're really sitting back and your knee isn't coming out over the front of your toe. Okay, so we're going to go side to side. So this is hip mobility, inner thigh, and a bit of quadricep. So I'm just going side to side. Use my arms as well. It's good to pull yourself up, nice and tall, long spine. All right, so we're going to hold this one on the right side and pull our left toe up. That really intensifies that stretch right through your adductor. And change sides. So sitting back, pulling your right foot up, making sure you've got perfect form, just like you have in your golf swing. And come on up. All right, next one. Curtsy lunge. Oh, it's one of my favorite. Getting that golf butt warmed up. So, standing, facing your anchor point, looking up, because wherever we're looking tends to be where our spine goes. So we're going to have a nice tall spine, looking up, loading our right foot and really pushing our hip out. Just like that little movement that you do in your golf swing, it's like that little press. All right, here we go. And I've got my right foot in line with the anchor point because that makes my balance a little bit easier. So I'm going to press into my right hip, reach back, come up. So really pushing and bending my right knee, reaching behind with my left foot. Oh, I'm also going to start working on my breathing. I can't remember how many I've done. Let's do 2 more. I actually count my score better than I count my reps. All right, woo, got that in my hip. So, left foot in line with your TRX. The other thing, guys, if you find balance difficult when you're doing these exercises, open your hands a little bit. So this is a whole lot easier than this because you've got a wider base. All right, but I'm going to keep my arms together and I'm pushing into my left hip now. And we're going to do 3 more. 3, 2, last one. And relax. Okay, shake it out. I think we've got a T-spine rotation. And the way we're going to do this is we're actually going to just let go of one of our handles. And because of the equalizer loop, just make sure you've got full tension and you've equalized yourself. We're going to start holding the handle with our left hand. And then I'm going to take my right foot, cross it in front of my left, and actually put my feet sideways. So then I will keep my shoulders square to the anchor, extend my left arm, and rotate with my right, to the right. Looking at my right arm, following it with my eyes, opening up my upper back. All right, squeezing up. So extend, rotate. So I hope you can see that there's a little bit of a golf theme going on here. We're rotating. Oh, that feels good. Let's do 2 more. I know that's 3 so far. 4, and I'm also looking at my hand. And that really helps our proprioceptors. So, oh, and plus your eye is a muscle. All right, changing sides. So, holding with your right hand, you can just use the same handle. Take your left foot, cross it in front of your right. My shoulders square to the anchor point. Trust yourself, pull all the way back. You feel a nice stretch through your deltoid. And then open to the left. All right, squeeze up. Drop back. Open. Squeeze up. These should be done kind of slowly because this is a tiny movement of your upper back. And if you find that you're very stiff in certain areas, you might want to do more repetitions just to get that area warmed up. Oh, I forgot to look at my hand. All right, 2 more exercises. I think it's time we did a golf rotation, since that's what you're about to be doing. Obviously, we try and mimic it as best we can with TRX, but we don't actually have a golf club here. We're going to start with our feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And initially, let's go into a windmill. So you could start just by doing some shoulder rotations and then move into some hip rotations. So you're just beginning to move through your hips. All right, and then we're going to go into a golf rotation. So I'm going to press into my straps and coming into my back swing, pressing either side. If you feel like you still need to warm up your shoulders a bit, when you're holding that position back here, you can do a little bit of an arm movement, but start pressing through your feet, pivoting, opening up your hips. 3, 2, actually we got 2 more. 2, last one, and relax. Okay, last exercise, wrists. Okay, these handles on your TRX move, and it is really good just to lean back and just rotate those handles so you can feel it in your forearms, feel it in your wrists. I'm just revving my motorbike here, but I'm still thinking about my plank. I could probably start thinking about my game right now and thinking that I'm warmed up, ready to go. Then I'm going to rotate my hands so my palms are facing up and just do some wrist rotations in the other direction. It actually feels really good. You can just about do any position you want to with that TRX. Anyway, that is your golf warm-up. Go out, have a great game, swing with confidence, knowing that every part of your body that you need for golf is now warmed up and ready to go.